Who is Jesus? In this video, I'm going to tell you everything that I've learned and all of the love that I believe Jesus really wants to share with you. My name's Vanessa. I'm a healer, a light worker, and I'm here to help. This video is not to try and contradict any of your beliefs, and I celebrate your right to have your beliefs. This video is simply what I know in my heart that Jesus would want his message to truly be, and some of the distortions that have occurred throughout history and that are currently occurring in the Christian religion and Catholicism, for example. Jesus was an embodiment of love. Jesus Christ of Nazareth was born in Bethlehem between 6 and 4 BC, and he was spreading the love, the pure love of consciousness that he had with you. And his words were, "I am the Son of God, and so are you." And he was trying to say that we are all God's. We are all a part of God, all fragments of God, and it is pure love that is what we are. And that is our intended purpose for this world. So you can be sure that anything that comes from a place of pure love comes from God. And anything that comes from the opposite of love, which is fear, does not come from God. And I spent a lot of time growing up in Christian churches, and I spent quite a few times going to Catholic churches as well, and studying religion in general in college and throughout my life. And I remember feeling the deep love for Jesus, and I still love Jesus. I feel very close to him. He is an ascended master, and I call upon him often, just for guidance and to help me grow and to see what I can do to help. I'm constantly saying to the universe, to Jesus, he's one of my favorite people to call upon, how can I help? And I see so many distortions in the church. While I felt this love for Jesus, and I felt love, and connecting to Jesus allowed me to connect to this great love that I felt, there were so many contradictions and distortions that I was heard from the sermons, the preachers, or whoever it was that was speaking, and in the churches itself. And it always really would clash with me, and I would say, whoa, there's something wrong here. Something isn't right. You know, God is love, they would say, yet in that same sermon, they would talk about how he was a vengeful God, and how God was punishing and judging. And in fact, he was judging and deeming newborn babies born as sinners. And he was judging the whole of humanity based off of what one person supposedly did, but the bite of an apple, the forbidden apple. And this never made any sense to me, and it didn't, because it wasn't true. God is love. God is pure love. And that's what Jesus was trying to show you. That is what Jesus embodied. That is what Jesus was trying to give to you. Still is. He is still here with us all. And humans have given God all of these human characteristics. And how could God, this big God, magnificent creator, pure love creator, also embody these human characteristics of vengeance and judgment and all of these, and wrath? Those two things are completely separate. They could never be one. They are in fact opposites. So you cannot preach that God is love, which he is, and you are, because we are all God. We are all connected, all fragments of Source, the Creator. And we are all capable of feeling this deep love, more beautiful than we could ever even imagine. But as long as we continue to judge others, as long as we condemn others, harm others with our words, with our actions, with our energy, we are not embodying this love. We are in fact separating ourselves from it. Love, that is what Jesus is. That is what we are. Jesus weeps at the violence that has occurred in his name, at the misguided judgments against others. Jesus would want you to love your neighbor, your brothers, your sisters. Every human being on this planet is the same worthiness to God. And you hear this, but yet there's also this misinterpretation through humans. We're so aware of all the corruption that has happened throughout history. You hear about it and you hear about it, things that are going on right now. Yet you think that this Bible and that a lot of the teachings are just pure and we're untouched by this corruption. You think that a sword wasn't held to a man while this was written. And I'm sorry to tell you, but that has to be true. There is a large distortion. Otherwise, the book would be so small. Because it would just be this love. Love yourself. Love others. Don't judge others and don't judge anything. This is the message that Jesus intended for you. This is the message that Jesus died for. Not that you should give away your power and worship at the feet of a god, but that to give you your power. You are a powerful, powerful, powerful creator of love or fear. You are powerful. Jesus wanted to give you your power back. He never intended you to be a servant at the feet of a master who is judging you and condemning you on the day that you were born. This is simply not of Jesus. It is not of God, and it is not of love. Love yourself. Connect to your inner self. Connect to the deepest love that you can feel and vibrate that out into the world. This is the message of Jesus. Jesus is love. Anything that comes from love was what Jesus was trying to preach to you. And anything that comes of fear or judgment, persecution, does not come from God. And it certainly was not what Jesus was preaching. I love Jesus. I remember growing up in churches and being an empath and feeling energies and being so aware of what was happening. And there was this prideful element of the church. There were church leaders to be looked up upon. Just humans, just as I was. And the pride was immense. And the judgment was immense. Everyone was talking about, did you hear what this person did? Did you see what this person did? Oh, they are not of God. They are not. That is never, ever for another human being to say. That is not of God. Those are not words that any human has ever the right to say. And there was so much judgment in the church, so much judgment. And I knew it couldn't be of God because God is love. God is love. Jesus is love. He embodied the miracles of love and connection to source consciousness so much that he was able to perform miracles. And even St. Paul, who once his enemy became one of his most dedicated successors, he, while preaching, said, even the lowest among you are capable of all that I am and more. Yet again, giving you your power back. It is yours. Go inward to the deepest essence of you, beyond the noise of the thoughts in your mind, beyond your ego, beyond the judgments that have been placed upon you and the judgments you place upon others. Go as deep inward as you can. This is how you will find yourself and the message that Jesus intended to bring you. I love you. And Jesus loves you, and you are love. Thank you so much, and I will connect with you soon.